What's up, fam? Y'all, I'm finishing my walk out here on today. I came out here and knocked out a few laps. I think I'm like a mile 3. And as I was just walking, I was sitting and I was thinking about how different my life is right now. Because I have been consistently working out for about 4 months now. And I'm just thinking about how I would have never done that. Never. Because exercising, baby, I would rather keep my snack pies and stuff like that. But there came a point in my life where I was like, if I want something different, I'm going to have to do something different. And I know I was sick and tired of this mama push down here. So I was like, baby, do you expect it to disappear itself? Like, I have to get out here and do something. So I just started exercising. I started walking every day, and I was coming out here because a lot of people ask me, well, how did you go about starting? I was walking to all of the upbeat music I could think of, and I was out here dancing and stuff. And then somewhere in there, I found it to be relaxing. I was able to clear my mind, and I was like, this is something that I need to add into my everyday life, because when I clear my mind, I'm able to be more creative. I'm able to open my thoughts up and use them to be productive. So I ended up coming every day. I was trying to make it a thing, and somewhere along the line, it ended up becoming a habit, and I enjoy it. And after I made walking the laps or jogging the laps a habit, then I introduced another habit. I ended up getting a gym membership. I started doing that. It's just the steps, you know what I mean? Now I'm introducing drinking more water, less sodas, less juice, trying not to eat those sugary foods, you know? There was a point in time where I used to be a pescatarian. I ate that kind of lifestyle, and I'm trying to make my way back to that. It's just the part about stacking on habits on top of habits that are healthy, so that we can erase those toxic, negative habits that we're so used to doing in our lives that mean no good for us. And so it made me think about, when you start to do better, it's going to be hard for you to stay around people who are not, who don't think in that aspect, who don't want to grow, who don't want to better their lives and things like that. And it made me think about when it says in the Bible that new wine can't stay in old wineskin. Because, baby, if I'm changing, if I'm pouring into me and I'm pouring into my self-love and I'm pouring into myself, trying to make myself better, but I'm constantly staying around the same people who don't want to do better for themselves, they're not going to understand the moves that I make. They're not going to understand when I say that I want to go work out. Yeah, I know I worked out yesterday and the day for that and the day for that, but I want to work out again tomorrow. They're not going to understand when I say, well, I can't eat that. I can't eat all that seasoning because I got to, look after my health. I got to make sure I ain't getting no high blood pressure. They're not going to understand that. They're not going to understand that I don't want to go out to eat all these restaurants that got all this fat and food and stuff like that. They're not going to understand that. And that's why they say you can't fit new wine in old wineskin, because what I look like working on myself but staying in them environments so they can sit there and tear me down, so they can sit there and pull me back? No, baby, we ain't doing that. We ain't doing it. We locking in and we're working on ourselves, bettering ourselves in all areas of our lives. That's what we doing. And baby, if that means that you can't make it with me to the next level because you don't want to get yourself together, then baby, cut it. Bye-bye. Toodles. Because that means you just can't be with me. And that's fine. No hard feelings. You just can't be with me on this next level, and that's all I'm saying. So we got to work on ourselves, y'all. And that means working on filtering our surroundings. All right? I love y'all. But y'all know God love y'all more. Holla.